Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the encounter. Welcome to the encounter. This is a beautiful day, the day that the Lord has made, the day that we should be glad and rejoice in it. It's a wonderful new month of May, and we really rejoice and thank God for the fact that He has been able to grow us until this point. It is 5 months into the new year, 2022. And if you take account of what you've been able to do, what you've been able to achieve so far, you will realize that it's not by your will, it's not by your might that you have been able to reach this far. So we thank God and we really glorify God for what's going on in our lives. Sometimes we hit, our wall. Sometimes we get to the point when we think things are not going our way, when we get to the point we feel like nothing we do matters, we feel like nothing that we give energy to counts, we feel like our hard work is not working, we feel like your patience is not paying and your praying is not being answered, your prayer is not being answered. If you are watching this video and you are at that point, then this is your video. Remember to smash the like button, turn on the notification bell, and hit the subscribe button so that the next time we make a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Today I want to talk about prayer. I just want to mention about prayer. Sometimes we pray and pray and pray, and we get to the point in our lives when we think, I don't even have the energy to pray. I'm not even in a mood to pray. I can't even pray at this point. But the thing is, you need to understand what a prayer is and how a prayer works. The point is, you need to understand what it means to communicate with your God. Prayer is like having a communion. You are communicating with your God. You are talking to your God anytime, anywhere. Prayer doesn't have a specific point that you say, I need to be praying, every day at this time. Prayer can be spread all across, anytime, anywhere. You talk to your God. Prayer doesn't mean that you're seated somewhere, close your eyes and pray. Prayer is talking to your God, opening up your heart to God, pouring your heart to God, letting your Creator know what you want. It's not that He doesn't know what you want. He knows what you want. The point is, you're trying to let Him know what you need. And when you are at this point that you feel like you can't pray and you can't do anything else, just remember a few things. Number one, I'll use a story in the Bible of Saul, who was persecuting Christians. And one time when he was on his way to persecute more Christians, he was struck by light. And then he heard a voice. And those who were with him were surprised because they would hear a voice, but they would see no one. The Bible clearly captures that they had a voice, but they could not see no one. This tells me one thing, that God knows even those who are being persecuted, and He cares for them. That is why He struck Saul on his way to persecute them and asked them, why are you persecuting me? So you at your position, you at your point of need, you at your situation, you at your rock bottom, God knows you and God cares for you. So you don't have to worry and think about what's gonna happen with me. You are within the path that He created you to follow. He is never early and He is never late. He comes at the right time. But when you're going through those hardships, remember the following things. First, you need to remember when you're going through tough times, remember that even the bad times ends. There is nothing that doesn't come to an end. Your life will come to an end at a certain point. everything you start that has a start has an end. So if you're going through tough time, you must remember that everything has an end. Even the bad times comes to an end. The second thing that I want you to remember is you've overcome challenges before. This is not your first challenge. This is not the first time that you get into this situation. Even if it's not the same situation, you've overcome the challenges before. This is not your first challenge. This tells you that you will be able to overcome the second challenge as well. I'm saying this because sometimes you be like, I can't even pray because I am, at this and that point. Remember, you've been there, you've encountered a challenge before, and you overcame it. So definitely you're going to overcome this new challenge. Another point that I want you to remember when you're at this point is when the going gets tough, it's common for us to stop seeing our strengths and they only be aware of our flaws. We see ourselves as losers. When we get to this point, we stop seeing ourselves as the victors that we were, and we start seeing ourselves as losers. We only focus on this point. Remember, every force has a counter force. Every force has an equal and opposite force. So every time you undergo this challenge, that's one force. There should be an equal and opposite force that should give you a strength. You are not a loser. Think of the moments when you were great. Think of the moments when you are doing so well and so good, and you'll bounce back right to it. It happens to everybody. Just also remember that this happens to everybody. It's not it's not so unique to you that you're going through this challenge. Everyone undergoes a difficulty at a certain point in life. So this is not unique for you. It happens to everybody. Another thing that I would want you to remember is it's a learning experience. When you get to this point, just remember that this might be your learning experience. Don't take it as you are crashing, but take it as a challenge, and it will be your learning experience. Once you overcome this, next time you know what to do when you get to this point. And lastly, I would want you to remember that there's a lot of things to be grateful for. Just remember that there's a lot of things. There are a couple of other things that you should be grateful for. The fact that you are alive, you should be grateful for that. The fact that you are healthy, you should be grateful for that. The fact that you are able to work and see the new month, you should be grateful for that. The fact that you are able to breathe normally, you should be grateful for that. The fact that you are able to work freely and not in an hospital bed, you should be able to be grateful for that. So the fact that you are undergoing a situation, you are undergoing a difficulty, it doesn't mean that all is gone for you. But remember, prayer doesn't mean that it happens only at that time when you pray. Prayers that you made at a time when you are on your prime will still work for you. This is like putting a stock. You have a stock and you keep it in store. So remember, when you are in the mood or when you are not in the mood, just keep praying and asking God for help. Remember, some of these prayers are not even the prayers that you make today that are working for you. These are the prayers that were made long time ago that was in the store. Now, when you need them most, now that is when they are working for you. So sometimes you feel like you can't even talk to your God. But the thing is, do you even talk to your God when you are on your normal circumstances? Remember to talk to your God all the time. It doesn't have a specific time that you have to talk to God. Talk to your God anytime, pray anytime, communicate anytime you feel like, and anywhere. So that at the point when you are down and you can't even pray, the prayers that you made work for you. The prayers that you made will work for you. And just remember, just because you are at this point, it doesn't mean that you have done anything wrong. God says He will receive you graciously at any point, at any time, with the same love, unconditionally. So you are still the same child of God. You are still the same person God knew, and God will still love you unconditionally. Just remember to pray and talk to your God. And remember, pray to other people too. Pray for other people too, so that they may also be able to pray for you. Remember, it's not only your prayers also that works for you, it's other people's prayers, those who pray for you, that will work for you. So remember to keep a good rapport with everybody, so that next time you're down, somebody else will be praying for you. Some of us say where I've gotten so far is because of the prayers of my parents, and that's true. They prayed for you, and maybe you also prayed for yourself. So this is just communicating to your God, and even when you feel like you're down, just remember that God loves you unconditionally, and the prayers that you made at some point will be working for you at the point when you are down. Until next time, have a great one. Bye bye. I wish you blessings for the new month. May this month bring you everything that you have wished for. Have a great one. Bye bye.